Dark Glasses is a giallo slasher movie from director Dario Argento. This is a Shudder original. This is the first film he's made in 10 years since his 2012 film Dracula. The only two films of his I don't think I've actually seen. He did one in the early 80s about like a revolution, but that's not a horror film. The only films of his I have not seen at the time of this review is Giallo, or Fear of Color, I think it's also called, or something like that. I'll watch it soon, even though it's probably crap. And I haven't seen The Card Player yet, but I own it on DVD on the shelf there. I'll have to give that one a find and watch it. But this one is supposedly, the DVD cover says, it is a Dark Glasses marks a return to form for the master of horror, Dario Argento. This is from Comic Book Reviews. Anyways, this movie is about Diana. She is a prostitute who witnesses an attack. There's a serial killer killing prostitutes violently. The movie has a pretty, nice synth score, good opening kill, creepiness. The first hour of this movie is pretty solid. Diana is attacked by the same killer. However, she crashes her car into a couple, killing them instantly, and then she's blinded from after the accident. So she essentially allows the young orphaned boy who was in the back to live with her, and they duck the police while the killer tries to find her, and she's blind now. So the movie kind of reminded me a little bit of the Korean thriller Blind from 2011. However, that movie is a lot better than this one. This one loses steam really quickly near the end of the film. Basically, Diana and the boy hide out at the counselor, I guess, like the person who's supposed to help her with her cane and stuff. They hide out on that person's farm or something, and they're isolated. They don't even explain how the killer finds them. It's just, the movie's just that lazy. But apparently the script was written like 20 years ago, and Dario Argento didn't bother to punch it up with modern touches or fix any mistakes. So there's like a random scene where they fall into a marshland or something, and they get attacked by snakes, and it has nothing to do with the plot. And then a very underwhelming ending, of course. So Dark Glasses is not a return to form, in my opinion. It is an okay horror film with some pretty shocking gore, but if I were to not tell you that this movie was directed by Dario Argento, or if I just said this movie is a new horror movie, you would not be impressed. I think he's kind of using his name to coast, to get the film funded. And the only reason why people are watching it is because he had such a big, huge career in the 80s and 90s. So this one is not, it's anything's better than Dario Argento's Dracula, but that's not saying much. So I give Dark Glasses a 4 out of 10.